Why should you buy a Tesla instead of a gas car? I'm Brandon, and I've got 7 bullet points to break down for you with some pretty decent reasons that you should consider before buying your next car. First is how convenient it is to charge your car at home. I own a Model 3, and so I'm going to be basing most of the examples after my car. I know not all of us live in homes, but charging your car is a lot more convenient than going to a gas station if you have a garage to park it in and to plug it into. If you don't have a garage to park your car into, you still can benefit from the convenience because it's a lot cheaper to charge a Tesla than fill up on gas. On average, filling up my car costs me about $3 to $4. That's a lot less expensive than gas. 2, there's a lot less maintenance. There is no such thing as an oil change in a Tesla. In fact, I saw a flyer that went around kind of popularly last year. There was an oil company that was offering free oil changes for Tesla owners, and I think they actually had a few people drive in. There is no oil that needs changing in a Tesla. The average gas vehicle has about 200 moving parts in its drivetrain. The average Tesla has 17. There's simply a lot less that can go wrong in the car. The car still does have normal tires, and it has a normal braking system, but it has some extra technology to help with the braking that I'll get to a little bit later. And the tires are normal tires. You can get them replaced anywhere, Discount Tire, Costco, and those are easy to do. The first part of the car you'll probably worry about is going to be the battery. And the battery is designed to last anywhere from 300,000 to 500,000 miles. The drivetrain is built to last at least 1 million miles. Just for comparison, the average gas car that lives a pretty healthy life before you need to replace the engine is going to be in the range of 200, maybe 250,000 miles. This is a really big thing to think about. Some people will purchase a vehicle and will keep it in their family for years and years. What if keeping it in the family, instead of 15 years being the expectation, what if all of a sudden that was 30 years or 40 years? That's cool. Number 3, the performance of a Tesla is incredible. Because there are fewer moving parts and because there's quite more advanced technology in the drivetrain of a Tesla, the acceleration is usually a lot more powerful. One of the biggest reasons for this is in a Tesla, you have instant torque applied to your drivetrain every single time you step on the accelerator pedal. There's no lag time for when you step on it, and then it slowly revs up your engine and gets up to peak horsepower to the point where you're getting your max acceleration. Most people call it like being in a roller coaster, and it is. Number 4 is Tesla's driving technology like autopilot. Tesla's autopilot system is one of the most advanced in the whole world at the moment. The car does not entirely drive for you yet, but it will do the majority of your driving, especially on freeways and very soon coming into city streets and local areas too. Many cars these days have what's called adaptive cruise control, which a lot of people are familiar with. Cruise control, but the car will adapt your speed based on the speed of the guy in front of you, so you don't actually have to apply the brakes, and the car will maintain a safe distance. Tesla does adaptive cruise control, but they add an extra step, and the car actually has a series of little robots that are designed to take over your steering wheel and to steer for you while the car does your adaptive cruise control. The autopilot system is always growing and changing, and there are new features being added to it all the time. And the next feature that is due to come out is going to be where the car is able to see and stop on its own at stoplights. There are a bunch of other new features that are coming out too, like the car will be able to go and find its own parking spot soon. And you've probably seen somewhere on YouTube or some other social media platform a video of the car being able to summon itself, driving through parking lots entirely on its own. Each modern built Tesla has 8 cameras built into it all the way around the car, and these cameras are plugged into the computer so that the car can see what's going on around you a lot better than you can. And that brings me to point number 5. Those 8 cameras do a lot more than just autopilot. There's a lot of really cool tech that goes into the safety of the car, just like the car's Sentry mode. Each new Tesla comes with a feature where you can get a flash drive, plug it into the car, and the car will actually record everything that happens from the cameras around the car, whether you're driving, whether you're parked. It's a really nice security feature. And it comes free with the car. Not long after Sentry Mode was first released, there was a story of a gentleman driving in his Tesla getting road raged at on the freeway by a pickup truck driver. Story goes on that the guy was tailgated and almost forced off the road, and after he got home, he remembered that he had the video because his car just got that update to it where it records. He sent the recordings into the local police, and the police mailed a ticket to the pickup truck driver for road rage. That's cool. This leads me to point number 6, that Sentry Mode was one of Tesla's many software updates. Tesla sends out free software updates to their cars, usually every couple of months, and they add new features to the cars. We're not talking about like to your smartphone. You'll get like, patch notes and whatever else to fix your phone. We're talking about new features. Sentry Mode was a whole feature on its own, and that was a really cool release that happened in 2019. Another cool 2019 release was the Dashcam mode, where the car records while you're driving. A quick search will show you a bunch of the other features, like how there's now Hulu and Netflix and a bunch of other little entertainment pieces in the car. There's a romance mode. I'll let you do some digging on your own, but there are a lot of updates that have come to the car for free over time. And there are a lot of future updates planned too. That's one of the nicest parts of owning the car. Every couple months, it kind of feels just a little bit like you're getting a new car. And lastly, number 7 is the safety. Teslas have a unique build in that the battery sits under the bottom of the car, and it's a very heavy battery, usually in the range of about 2,000 pounds. This gives the car an extremely low center of gravity, and due to that, Tesla has one of the highest safety ratings of any car on the road today. The car is already extremely well built and very sturdy, but go look up some of the crash tests for the Model 3, the Model S, and the Model X online, and you'll be baffled at seeing how these cars perform. And as a little bonus, I'd like to talk about resale value. This especially curtails to the Model 3, but if you go online and try and look up any used Model 3s local to you, you're probably going to have a hard time finding them. Tesla's ownership satisfaction rates are through the roof, and it's unbelievable how many people love their cars and don't want to sell them. This goes a lot into the depreciation of the car, and likely will mean quite a lot over the next few years as people eventually will maybe upgrade to a Model Y or maybe a Cybertruck. Anyways, I hope this information was helpful to you. If you like this video, I request that you would hit the like button. It helps me and it helps the video with the YouTube algorithm. I'm also going to be making a lot more of these videos. Please leave a comment below if you have a question you'd like me to answer. Stay safe.